Hello and welcome back to Extra Astrology, my extra astrologist. How are you guys doing today? I hope it's a beautiful, stunning day. Today, for you guys, we have a kind of different reading, one that I personally enjoy, especially from Charmed Intuition. That really calms my anxieties when I have something going on or I just kind of need to be calmed down and get some direction. So, this is a pick a card reading about the next 72, or actually more so the next 48 hours in question. And so, this is kind of timeless. If you're watching this randomly and it's a different date, then you can utilize this just like yes or no card readings. But we're just going to get right into it the next 48 hours. Um, as you guys know, subscribe to the channel. Please support the channel. We are almost at 300 subscribers. That is a huge feat for, this channel, for myself, for y'all, because I want to create a beautiful community. Check out the horoscopes on the website where this all started. And yeah, if you would like a personal reading, you can go ahead and check out the link right in the description, and it's fairly simple, guys. I noticed that a lot of you might have trouble with like the payment aspect, but it's really just simply PayPal. You go in, you can get an email reading, or you could get a phone call reading, and that's whatever time you would like to be set up. But yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. This is group one, and this is group two. The next 48 hours. Did you guys watch 48 Hours, the show? Was it a vibe? Okay, so group one. Like I said, guys, if you like personal readings, go ahead and check the description box and please subscribe. The next 48 hours, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Cups, Happiness, the Otter in reverse, and the card Effortless. Interesting. So, group one, what I'm hearing is if you guys would like or are wishing for someone to fall in line with what you want to do in terms of plans in the next 48 hours, then this is the time to do it. I'm hearing that you're going to get something that you've always wanted, like you're going to be gifted something, or someone is just going to say yes to a plan that you have. So, if some of you have wanted to, and I'm picking up a lot on some nature energy, even with the imagery that we have right here, if some of you have wanted to go out and maybe do a little staycation, chill out in an Airbnb, or just hang out with the girls and the guys outside of wherever it is you're at the moment, I'm hearing that you're finally going to get your wish. People are going to go along with anything that you say. And I'm hearing that, like, work is not going to be the main issue. Like, people, you're not going to be working in the next 2 days. You're not going to be focused on work. Some of you might even fall into a bit of a mentality of like, I'm just tired. I'm so tired of working. I'm so tired of like having a straight on focus when it seems like I'm just wasting maybe my life. Maybe if I'm a little bit more effortless, maybe if I'm calmer, things will come to me. And you have got the right mindset. By you guys being calmer, I'm picking up that, especially this, the next 2 days, you guys are going to get everything that you want. I'm picking up on like materialism as well. So, if I'm hearing you're gonna go shopping, or you're gonna be out and about. You're just gonna be out on the town. You're not gonna be focused on, maybe an assignment you have due, or if you work a job where it's like they'll call you up and want you to come in if someone's not there. You're not gonna pick up, and you're not gonna feel guilty about it. So I'm just hearing like this is definitely like a guilty pleasure kind of moment for you. You're not, but the thing is, you're not gonna feel guilty about anything. I'm picking up on the fact that you're just like, you're not being stubborn with your time in the next 2 days, but you're not being rude about it as well. And I'm just hearing like you're gonna be so elated. A lot of you might really go crazy these next 2 days. You might actually. I'm hearing like some planning is going on with, some type of outdoor adventure with you and a group of friends, or maybe even you by yourself. And it's gonna feel like finally I'm in a good place. Finally, we get to be free together. This could even be like a romantic thing as well. So if you have a partner and you have a relationship, you guys could in the next 48 hours be hanging out together in a very romantic setting, but not somewhere that's going to cost you a ridiculous amount to stay at, right? So you guys could, book an Airbnb, but yeah, only 2 days. That's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, right? I'm also seeing that some of you might be the friend that is more so on the open side, right? Or you're more so the one that is like perpetuating the funny, perpetuating the games, perpetuating the excitement, and you might have a friend who's more so on the type A side, right? So I'm hearing that you guys are actually going to convince finally a person who is just like so, you know, laser focused on their work to just leave and just hang out. And I'm just having so many beautiful visuals almost coming in like Snapchats. I hate to say that, but like, you know how you're going through hits a story on Snapchat and you just see that people are having a really awesome time? Like, I'm just picking that up with you this in the next 48 hours, that you're gonna have like a great time. And I'm hearing if you guys are also watching this to like get a yes or no on like a certain situation, or if you're gonna get that opportunity, because I'm picking up on some opportunity energy, like you finally getting that yes, or finally getting the hope that you'll get that yes, maybe to get into that program, to get, to have someone say yes to you. Like, I'm just hearing this visual of like you need someone to say yes to you in the next 2 days, and they're gonna tell you yes. And then I'm just hearing like swimming. I don't know, are you guys gonna go to a hotel, or are you gonna like hang out at someone's house who has a pool? Like, I just hear like things are gonna definitely be on calm, chill vibes. If you live near a body of water, you possibly could be hanging out near that body of water with, some people. And I'm hearing like, if you, like I said, I'm getting this type A kind of energy. Maybe it's you yourself or a friend, but I'm getting a feeling it's probably a friend, where you're just gonna, during this like staycation moment in the next 2 days, this friend is going to like show you a part of themselves in terms of them just like letting go and being wild. I do want to say you're going to have to be taking care of somebody who is just like getting a little too inebriated. I'm even hearing that someone who has not been drunk before or dabbled in whatever shenanigans you're going to get into is gonna, probably overdo it. So I'm hearing that you're probably gonna have to help someone like not fall over all over the place, not look crazy. And even I'm just hearing something about like secrets, or someone just getting too confident due to them being inebriated, due to that, like, I don't want to say high, but just like that energy high, and they're probably going to get false confidence and tell somebody something that they shouldn't tell them. But at the same time, I'm hearing if that person does get to that level, which that person could be you, don't stop them, because I'm hearing it's gonna work out well for them. Like, so if someone in your friend group or you yourself like get a little tipsy in the next 48 hours and ends up calling a crush, or maybe even an ex-love, and professes maybe some feelings that they didn't previously, then that is awesome and it's welcome, and that person is going to take it in, and they're going to just like, they're going to be content with it. So that could be cause for you renewing some type of connection that was lost or that had never even happened yet. I'm also hearing like with COVID restrictions being lesser, and I'm just speaking for people in the US, I know other people in other countries watch as well. um which I'm not sure how it is over there, but the energy that I'm getting here in the United States, with certain COVID restrictions getting, lessened, I'm hearing that like this is going to be kind of an iconic time for you in the next 48 hours, where things might go from 0 to 1 million. Like you're really going to let loose and be vulnerable. I'm sensing crying session. I'm sensing, friend hangover vibes, or like, when the girls all get I hate to say the girls, but hey, I'm that girl. When the girls all get together, or even the guys, and you guys have those moments together when it's like we're drunk, we're sloppy drunk, and then we're not, and then we're getting sober, and we're just like sitting together in a room, and then we start professing like our deepest secrets for no reason. I'm getting those vibes from this group. Like I'm just hearing a lot of professing, a lot of like public outing vibes. So you guys could actually start outside, and I'm hearing like, okay, so there's a mixture of like things happening outside, you walking outside, maybe swimming outside, and then getting to a place where obviously you are safe and you are content, but obviously things go a little bit crazier. Ultimately, I don't see anything popping off where it would affect you in a negative way. This is all just going to be in good fun, and you're not going to be thinking about anything to do with responsibilities. So if you are nagged with responsibilities, I'm hearing you guys just in these next 48 hours, you've come to a point with it. I'm hearing that you might even tell someone off in your family, or who's someone close to you who has put and pinned all the responsibilities onto you, and that in the next 48 hours, and maybe even afterwards when that is done, that you're over it. You're done. You don't want to take care of whoever's kid. You don't want to, do this, do that, clean, whatever. Like it's really been affecting your overall happiness. I'm even hearing that you guys might have been influenced by something that you heard. Maybe you heard a line in a podcast while walking or sitting on the bus, or maybe you were watching something, or maybe a friend told you something where it's like time is so important and so valuable, and you shouldn't be wasting your time, you shouldn't be wasting it doing things that don't make you happy. There shouldn't be a time limit on it. So I'm hearing that that has struck you, or something in that area has struck you, and now you're just like, dare I say, F it, like this is my time, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm not gonna let, the summer has come, or I'm not sure if May is summer or not, but like the summer's here, so we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have a freaking amazing time and not let anyone drain us at all, right? So that is what I'm seeing for you, group one. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Subscribe to the channel. Personal readings are in, description box, or down in that box thing. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Group two. If you guys would like psychic readings, just check in their description box, and other things like horoscopes and all that jazz. I'm just going to get right into it. So this is about the next 48 hours. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. We got the Queen of Swords. We have got Stout, the World Tree, and Vision Quest, but in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay, so point blank period, what I want to let you guys know is that in the next 48 hours, just heard a strong message. Do not travel, do not go, do not leave your wherever you're at, like the environment. It's very important that you stay in that environment for the next 48 hours, and you do not leave or go anywhere where someone is trying to take you. I don't know. I just got that really strongly. Like journeys are not encouraged at the moment, even though you might feel like you want to go somewhere, and you might feel stubborn even going against that feeling. But I'm telling you right now, I'm just getting a message that the next 48 hours, travel of any kind is really just not supported. I'm also hearing, guys, in the next 48 hours, I just got the feeling that someone is going to contact you from your past, or you could. I'm just hearing like someone's trying to make their case to you, and you're gonna shut it down so hard. someone has like betrayed you, because with the Queen of Swords energy, I'm just, that one of my favorite, cards as an Aquarius, with that all that air energy that's so cold and just like, right to the point, that bluntness. I'm picking up that like in the next 48 hours, and nobody better try you, nobody better, bring up or come into your life that you've already cut off in your life, because I'm hearing you are so much more susceptible to, closing doors on things in these next 48 hours. And it was really prompted by something that you know I'm hearing like with the world tree, somebody older than you, or even like just casually, you were having a conversation, or this conversation will happen in the next 48 hours, where someone kind of lets you know the tea on a situation where you were not, where you thought things were a certain way but they're not. I'm also hearing that like a friend of yours is probably not being the kindest behind your back, or there's just like this false, like, idea or creation of who they are, that they don't, they're not really. So I'm just hearing like someone is being dishonest with you, and you're going to uncover that in the next, 48 hours. But I'm also hearing like no anxiety is going to hit you. You're in good spirits, you're good, you're fine. Things are getting clearer for you, things are becoming clearer. And I'm just hearing like you might end something, really, like you might quit a job. I'm hearing like you might quit a job in the next 48 hours. Leave a job, or drop out of college, or move out, or have plans to move out. It's like there's a definite end coming here, but it's not gonna happen until this other thing is resolved. So it's almost like there's this tipping point that you're hitting, and then it's like it's an iceberg that it's already gonna break, basically. Like you're these is this next 48 hours is almost like the end of a buildup, right? I'm hearing a lot of you have had a lot of buildup, possibly resentment, for some the situation that you're in. I'm hearing that some of you are just not happy with where you're at. And it's not like socially or mentally or any of that, just literally physically where you're at. I'm hearing a lot of you do not like the place you live at, or the people you live with, and it's becoming so obvious to you in these next 48 hours. And so I'm hearing like there's build up, and you've been holding a lot in, and so things are just going to come to a complete break blast. So don't be surprised if you get into fights with people, um or if you're with a significant other, you could possibly break up with the person, or ask for just like some time away from that person because you are so over the situation. I'm hearing like almost the energy that I'm getting from you, group two, in the next 48 hours is kind of like, when you're watching like a show or a documentary, and I mean, maybe even you guys have experienced this yourself, where maybe, say you're a 19-year-old and you're living with your mother or your father, and just kind of, you're at the point where it's too much. Like, you don't feel like you are comfortable, and they just pick at you, pick at you, pick at you. And finally, the day comes when you're like, fuck it, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. So I'm just picking up on that strong, strong energy, where it's almost like, okay, we've known this is how I feel. I've been speaking about it, and I'm done. I'm freaking done. So there's an end to stuff. But I'm hearing as well, guys, please do not be prompted to. I'm just hearing like a warning against cars, okay? So cars, vehicles, buses. I'm just saying, like, messages, don't get on any. If you don't have to, and don't drive out of your state, or even, dare I say, your city. Please stay within the limits of where you're at, because I'm hearing like the next 48 hours, you could be susceptible to, being around something or near a situation that is dangerous, being near people or around people who aren't just like the best for you. And or even what I'm seeing is that like by you going out in the mode that you're in, and possibly finding out information that one of your dear, dear friends, or someone that you know and trust, has been spreading certain falsities, falsities is not a word, false, narratives about you that aren't real, and that could create a contentious situation in a car. And I'm just hearing car very strongly, where maybe they're swerving as they're driving, or something could happen like that. So I'm just hearing, like, please be conscientious about that. And yeah, guys, like, it's just an end to something very strongly in these next 48 hours. And just like you're going to get this confidence that maybe you haven't had. Uh, I'm hearing like this is also the time of planning. So maybe you guys aren't like the planning people. You're not like, a lot of you don't have a lot of earth energy in you, or you're very influenced by air energy, where it's kind of like, I let things flow as they do. I don't really need a plan, but you're gonna get a plan because stuff's about to hit the wall. So that's what I'm hearing. I'm just like called to pick out these some of these cards for you guys. So let's just do it. They're the characteristic bowl. I'm not looking, I kind of just choose randomly. Okay. Okay, so we have director. Okay, so that variable right there could, possibly have you. I'm hearing that someone who's near to you who has maybe creative ambitions, or that person could be you who has creative ambitions, and maybe the people around you are just like crapping on your creating creative ambitions and dimming your light. And so that could be a reason for you just kind of cutting them off and just leaving, and planning a way on leaving cleanly and fast, because you don't want to mess up certain desires that you have in the arts field. So that's why director could be there. We have freckles, so that could just be a physical characteristic, possibly the person who has been saying things about you, or creating narratives about you that aren't real, has freckles. Stuck up. Okay, so I'm hearing that that energy could coincide with you and what people will say to you in the next 48 hours when you call them out on their BS, okay? And stylish. So stylish. Okay, pay attention to the style of. I'm hearing that, like I said, that relationship with someone, or being around someone who is not the kindest, or being the kindest to you when you're not around. That could be a description of them, like they're stylish. They have good style. But that is all I have for you, group two. Subscribe first and foremost, and readings are available, like your girl said.